Hey, what's up, guys? Test Me 22. I got this record for free today. Yeah, check it out. We're listening to Joan Jett, first and foremost. And the Blackhearts. I will get to this later. But right now, kind of really enthralled by this. This is from the original TV soundtrack going back to India, Jackson 5. I've been a fan of Jackson 5 since, the birth of my music experience in this world. I'm going to show a couple Jackson albums that I got, and I got them all for $1. Besides this one I got for free, and I've never even seen this one, and I'm pretty sure other people have. Maybe it's not that, it's not even the value that I care about, but it's more or less the fact that I don't see this record, and the vinyl's in like great shape. The gatefold's not bad for a 70s record, but this is, going back to Indiana, and it's gatefold, just beautiful looking LP, and it's even got the original, it's got the record, but it's got the original inner sleeve, and it's in really, take it out and show it to you, but it's got like the fan club, and it's really nice. And it's just fucking awesome, man. And I'm like a huge Michael Jackson, like the young Michael Jackson, Jackson 5 fan. And obviously it's on Motown. I don't want to pull it out too much because I gotta get an inner for this, because I don't want to use this inner sleeve. But this was just one hell of a thing to get for free. The guy obviously didn't know what he had. I don't think. I mean, personally, I wouldn't give that for free to anybody. It's in such good shape like that. The vinyl is, it's fucking near mint. The only reason why I wouldn't say mint is because of the age of it, but other than that, it's been played a couple times, so I'm going to say, like, near mint, VG+, definitely. Nothing below that at all. But then, on top of that, looking through the windows, Jackson 5, another mint, very close to mint vinyl, dollar record. For $1, you don't get Jackson 5 stuff for $1, especially not, in this good a shape. I got to get an inner on that one too, but there's no light scratches. It's nice. The only thing on there might be some dust. It's no light scratches. Usually you'll see on these old Jackson records light scratches out the ass. I know my two, which was the Jackson Greatest Hits, and then Ben, which was the one I had when I was a kid. Those are the two main ones I had. I had the Greatest Hits record, and then I had Ben. And my Greatest Hits record was torn to pieces and scratched to death. And my Ben record, almost the same thing. It was just, completely shot. And the vinyl was shot to death. To find the vinyls in nice shape is more important than, to me, more important than the sleeve. But now the next one, these are ones I didn't even have. Like, I never even had looking through the windows. I never had the other one either, and this is another one I never had. This is Jackson 5 ABC for $1. Now, obviously, the jacket looks like fucking complete shit, but another very good example of it does not matter how the jacket looks, because there's some very light scratches on here, but it's not too bad. For a record that looks like this on the outside, and $1 for Jackson 5. It's got the original inner in there too. I'm happy with it. And these are records I didn't have. I got rid of, and I should have never did it, but I got rid of my original copy of Ben. And I got rid of my original copy of the Greatest Hits because they were just so beat. And I ended up finding, a couple weeks later, I found Greatest Hits sealed, a reissue, but I found it sealed, which was fucking awesome, because now I have like a mint condition copy of Jackson's Greatest Hits, Jackson 5 Greatest Hits, so I'm happy with that. Actually, here is my reissue, and it's dead stone mint. There's nothing. This I got sealed. I opened it because I love this record, but it's a reissue. If it was the pop out one, I probably would have kept it sealed, but it's it's just a reissue, no big deal. But it's beautiful. And I'm huge. If you don't know, I started off with Michael. I mean, Michael Jackson was like one of my first musical loves. I mean, really. I mean, there's a lot. Grateful Dead, Michael Jackson. I mean, there's a lot, but Jackson really held a pretty good spot. Now, and I also found for $1, Ben. And this was one of the first ones. Ben, the two of us, we look no more. I mean, phew. This was my mom. You know, my mom had this record when she was in it and passed it down to me. And I got rid of, you know, the one she gave me because it was just such terrible shape. I mean, it was beat. Now, this one is completely beat on the outside. I'm not going to lie. This thing is beat to fucking death. It actually isn't even connected. These two pieces of cardboard aren't even connected. They're terribly ripped apart. But, my vinyl on the one I gave away was terrible. My God, I am so amazed that there's no deep scratches on this. All it is light, and it's nothing even terrible. I mean, it is so... You can see a little bit. I mean, you can see it. You see it. There's light ones. But for a record of this age, and a record like this, I just am enthralled, like, at the fact that there's nothing deep here. This is going to play right through, no problem. This is so much better than my old one. And to find this record in mint, you're not going to find this record in mint condition. I'd like to see that. I'd love to see this record in mint. I mean, I'm pretty sure it exists somewhere. But, for a buck, I'm not fucking passing it up, man. One of my favorite records of all time. Next one, another $1 find. Forever Michael. This is one I've never even seen before. And this might be like a bootleg or some type of something like that, but it's just like a Michael Jackson, I guess, compilation. This is on Motown, so it's original. It's official, and another really good, you know, vinyl. It's, you know, it's played, but it's not completely terrible. So, you know, $1. Got my Michael Jackson collection up a little bit. I mean, I don't have any of that stuff in the old mics. The mic I like, you know, I'd like to get Bad actually on vinyl, but next one. This is Stone Mint. From the jacket to the vinyl, this was another $2 find. And this is obviously Fifth Dimension, Age of the Aquarius, psychedelic, soul funk type stuff. I mean, you know, this is the one Fifth Dimension album that I've been looking for, that I've been wanting so bad. And I mean, it is Stone, baby. The thing is beautiful. It's nice, thick. I love this cardboard. Just awesome. So I was really happy to get that one. And I'm going to save these, because these are gag ones, kind of. Not gag ones, but they're not music. They are, you'll see. I'm going to get into these 80s ones, and I'm going to show them quick. I'm not going to go buck wild. Let me quick go back to, like, showing you what we're listening to. This is Joan Jett and the Blackhearts. This is the Gatefold. It's from the 80s, obviously. Joan Jett being, you know, one of the members of the Runaways. The Runaways being, you know, this fabulous woman band from the 80s. Just, like, Joan Jett's so sexy, and, you know, none of the stuff I'm going to show here tonight is going to be any better than Zeke's jazz video. You know, he put that video up, and I'm thinking to myself, fuck, I got to go out and get some more vinyl to show, because what I'm about to show is, like, nothing compared to this stuff that he's showing. But, you know, it's a totally different genre. 80s stuff. Janie Street. You know, I'm not even sure. Basically, these were like either 50 cents or $1, you know, and they're all mid-80s stuff. And like I said, you know, I'm trying to get my 80s collection up, whether it's stuff that I don't even really know about or stuff that I know about that I just didn't have. Ice House. Still got the shrink on it. This is Ice House Measure for Measure. And, like, this is, you know, 80s new wave type stuff. And you know what? I love it. You know, I really do. I love the cheesy corniness of some of it, and just the album covers. Something about the 80s. It's just, this is Shooting Star. I guess self-titled here. Virgin. Another one. This is Zebra. No Telling Lies. And, you know, I don't know much about any of this stuff, to be honest. There's only a couple in here that I really know about. This one looks interesting. Tommy Shaw, Girls with Guns. They're all in such good shape. Two Eddie and the Tides. We got Eddie and the Tide, Do It For You, and then Go Out and Get It. These look half decent. I mean, I'm not, Eddie and the Tide just basically looks like a, pop new wave type, maybe even a little punk in there, but a very light punk, nothing like heavy punk. Wham, Make It Big. This is one, everybody talks about, but just, I don't have. It's got the sticker on it. Some Sheila E's. We got these two Sheila E's here. Two Sheila E's. Taylor Dane. Tell It To My Heart. Stuff I don't have. 80s stuff I don't have. This one looks terrible. The Jets, and that's kind of what I like. I like this corny shit. I mean, I really do. When you're collecting, you kind of, I'm going through this like 80s phase right now, and you know how you go in and out of phases when you're collecting music. I'm listening to 80s stuff and just new wave punk stuff, and just even some corny shit, and like I'm liking it. I'm digging it. So it's what I'm into. I'm into like Linda Ronstadt, and getting her records like ones that I had before that I got rid of. Like, this is Mad Love, and I just love that cover, and she's just such a cutie. I mean, like, she's gorgeous. I want that fucking what's that record, Silk Purse or Nylon Purse or something, the one where she's in the pig pen and she's sitting down with her cute little feet and her beautiful face. I mean, she just so gorgeous. This one, her hair could go in this one, but everything else is really hot. I like this picture of her on the back. And this is Living in the USA. And I like, what sold me was the inner sleeve. And I just, I could not pass it up. I used to skate. And she's so hot. If not anything, her music, to me, I'm not really sure because I never really listened to a lot of her. But, her music could not even be good at all, and I'd still pick up her records just because she's so cute. So same thing with like Madonna. I love Madonna. I'm not like huge. This is like Papa Don't Preach is on this. True Blue. Papa Don't Preach. I mean, I know a lot of Madonna's like bigger stuff, but I have a lot of her stuff on cassette actually. Debbie Gibson, Out of the Blue. Just 80s, man. It's like 85. Debbie Gibson. I mean, now here's some Joan Jett. We got Bad Reputation, which is mostly like a cover record. She does a lot of covers on here. Like, she does a cover of Wooly Bully. She does a cover of, what else she does a cover of? Shout, and she does a really good fucking job, to be honest. I just love her voice. Such a cool chick, and she makes some cool records. I'm digging her. I want to get basically everything with her on it. This is a promotional gold stamp promo copy of I Love Rock and Roll, Joan Jett and the Blackhearts. This is actually one I didn't listen to yet. The other two I have. This one I didn't get to listen to yet. Then we got some Uriah Heep, which is a pretty big leap from the 80s into some good Uriah Heep. But this is very AV, very humble. From what I've been told, this is like one of Uriah Heep's best albums. So have not spun this yet, but I really love the cover, and I cannot wait to listen to it. And it is an import; it's a German pressing, actually, and it's on this Castle Classics label, which I'm really not so sure of. But there's that, and then there's Helix, really cool metal record, 80s metal. Love that cover, just classic metal, 80s metal cover. Classic metal picture of the guys on the back, so cool. And it's even got the inner. I mean, it's got like the original inner. The guy was even like, whoever had the record put it in like its own special inner sleeve, so this one doesn't get fucked up. Nice picture of the band there, and it's 80s mint. I mean, it's like Dead Stone mint, fucking vinyl and jacket, which is cool. I love getting these like nice, fucking perfect, pristine condition records. Such a, you know, um, this is one that I got based on this book that I've been looking at in my record shop. And the book's just a bunch of covers, and there's this section that has covers of women, and this just happened to be one of them. And I, you know, was looking through it when I kind of get lost for stuff to pick up. I look through the book, and I'll pick up stuff from the book. And I looked and seen if they had it. Only thing that sucks is they only had a DJ not for sale copy that has this on the bottom, which sucks because I don't want to take it off because it's meant to be there. It shows, you know, it's a promo, not for sale copy. So if I take that off, it kind of, you know, doesn't make sense to me. So it's got to stay on, but hopefully one day I'll find a better one. But, you know, I'm like a sucker for young chicks and cheerleading outfits and schoolgirl outfits and stuff. So, I mean, that right there, and then, you know, that right there, you just can't beat that. But I was reading through the song titles, and I actually started to think, you know, this actually might be a pretty good record. Surfing and Driving, Only the Lucky. Some of these song titles seem pretty cool and fun. It's Walter Egan, Fundamental Role. So I'm going to check that out and see what it's about. I might have to flip this record. I'm going to flip this record. Give me 1 second. Let me flip this record. I'll get to the next. We got 2 here, and then we got the rest here. So we got 2 more right here. This one was cool. This is Canned Heat Future Blues. And this is promotional. So that's kind of why I picked it up. Well, it's not the only reason, but, you know, obviously I'm going to pick it up no matter what. But Canned Heat's definitely good rock and roll, man. Good 70s rock. Classic stuff. Really cool cover. You know, it's that kind of cardboard that always looks like this. You know, I hate that, but what can you do? So, that one. And then one that I had before, but I got rid of it in my trade because it wasn't in great shape, the one I had. This one's in really good shape. It's even got the shrink on it still. It's Tea for the Tillerman, Cat Stevens. I mean, everybody has that record. But it's one that I just didn't have, and I, you know, kind of dig this record, so I picked it back up, and it was really cheap. Then there was these, and this one's a gas right here. This is just funny. Do I even have to say anything? Can't even do that face. Check that out. Bruce fucking Willis, man. And look at him. So, I've seen this, but I've just never had it, never listened to it. But I'm a Willis fan to an extent. You know, after he did that movie with, that Kevin Smith produced, and Kevin Smith said stuff about him, I kind of been about Bruce Willis because I heard he's an asshole. But I mean, this Bruce Willis here, the old young Bruce Willis, man, he was so cool, you know. So I had to pick that up. Next one, Chipmunk Punk. I had to do it. I had to fucking do it. You know, I have a little kid. My Sharona's on here. Crazy Little Thing Called Love. You May Be Right. Call Me. Good Girls Don't Cry. How do I Make You? Refugee and Frustrated are on here. So, and it's Chipmunk Punk, man. It's in really good shape too. It's got the inner and everything. I mean, it's cool. It's cool. This last one, this was actually still sealed, and it still kind of is sealed. It was never taken out. It ripped though, so this whole half's not sealed, but the front half is still sealed, and the sticker's on there. This album contains the single "I'm the Greatest." And this is Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali's all over this shit. This is his record. I mean, this is cool. Songs written and done by Muhammad Ali. And it's basically still sealed. I don't know about you guys, but this came out in '76 and it's still sealed. For $1, I wasn't going to turn this down. You know, if not anything, you got a bunch of, you know, Muhammad Ali samples that you can use for certain things, I guess, and just really cool. I'm kind of pissed it's not fully sealed, but, you know, it's a brand new record. I mean, it's never even been opened, which is so cool. And it's, you know, I don't know much about it. I don't know if it's valuable or anything, but it's still cool. In any case, it's still really fucking cool. So, anyway, that's what I got. Hey, what's up, guys? Test Dummy 22. I got this record for free today. Yeah, check it out. We're listening to Joan Jett, first and foremost. And the Blackhearts. I will get to this later. But right now, kind of really enthralled by this. This is from the original TV soundtrack going back. And it's really nice. And it's just fucking awesome, man. And I'm like a huge Michael Jackson, like the young Michael Jackson, Jackson 5 fan. And obviously it's on Motown. I don't want to pull it out too much because I gotta get an inner for this, because I don't want to use this inner sleeve. But this was just one hell of a thing to get for free. The guy obviously didn't know what he had. I don't think. I mean, personally, I wouldn't give that for free to anybody. It's in such good shape like that. The vinyl is, I mean, it's to India. Jackson 5. I've been a fan of Jackson 5 since, you know, the birth of my music experience in this world. You know, I'm going to show a couple Jackson albums that I got, and I got them all for $1. Besides this one I got for free, and I've never even seen this one, and I'm pretty sure other people have. Maybe it's not that, it's not even the value that I care about, but it's more or less the fact that I don't see this record, and it's in, the vinyl's in like great shape. You know, the gatefold's not bad for a '70s record, but this is, you know, going back to Indiana, sorry, and it's gatefold, just beautiful looking LP, and it's even got the original, you know, it's got the record, but it's got the original inner sleeve, and it's in really, you know, take it out and show it to you, but it's got like the fan club